Hello, I'm Reed Holson. Welcome to Ask the Mayor. We're in a historic place on this episode of Ask the Mayor with Mayor Mike Huther in the Mayor's office. And we welcome your questions, obviously, to Ask the Mayor. It's your program at siouxfalls.org. Click on the Mayor's office. Mayor Huther, thanks for having us in the Mayor's office. It's great to be in this space where many have come before you to lead Sioux Falls.
Well, thank you, Reed, and welcome Sioux Falls to the Mayor's office. I've been honored to walk in here every day that I've been able to serve you, and I wanted to give people a flavor for what it's like. How do we get things done here? And so we just kind of give you a little mini tour, and again, just very, very blessed. It's 1936 that City Hall was built, and so now going to give you a little glimpse for what it's like to be in the Mayor's office, whether it be Mayor Munson, Mayor Hanson, Mayor Noby. Now, Mayor Huther, it's good to have you here.
Well, you made the space your own, obviously, as all mayors do. Tell us about some of the things that are special to you over these last 8 years.
Sure. Cindy and I, we do some unusual things when we go on vacation, and one of the things we love to do is go to presidential libraries. And so I always get a flavor for, the president's office. What is it like? And so when I was elected mayor, that was one of the things I wanted to do, was try to replicate that feeling, that vibe, and that's what we've done here. We've got this coffee table, these chairs around it, where a lot of work gets done. We'll have people sit around here. We'll debate. We'll challenge each other, but ultimately we'll make a decision. And then by the time we leave that door, Reed, we're all in cahoots, and we're going to get things done for the people of Sioux Falls. And then, yes, over here is my desk, where I sign a ton of paperwork, answer a lot of emails, handle some phone calls, and still getting things done for the people that I serve.
We've had a lot of things go on and happen and lead over these last 8 years. There's a lot of mementos in this office. Which one or two are very special to you?
I'm a memory guy, Reed, and I like creating memories, but I also like, reflecting on those things. And I think just a couple of them that you'll see, they'll involve some of the things that happened during the events center, as we were building it, as we were celebrating it, as we acknowledge it, we're going to get that done. That was a big one. But also just kind of these unique memories where I'm meeting people, or whether it be breaking some ground for a really, really important groundbreaking, or whatever it would be, some special memories here, and I'm trying to capture that, including, Baby George, or whatever it would be. Certainly family has been part of this journey as well.
I know you're motivated on achieving things.
Yeah.
And there's a picture in here that I noticed from the sculpture walk. That's a picture of the When Pigs Fly sculpture that's fairly big in your office. What's that connected to?
You noticed that, huh, Reed?
Yeah, I did.
I've mentioned on this program that I think one of the most challenging, convoluted projects that I've ever worked on, in fact, one that I almost gave up on, was inking the deal with Burlington Northern on that valuable 10 acres of land right in the heart of our downtown. And I think that there were a number of people along the journey on that project that really said, Mayor, that'll happen when pigs fly. Well, guess what? Pigs are flying. And we are, going to take that 10 acres of land. We did ink the deal. We are going to do some incredibly vibrant and important things that'll last the city for hundreds and hundreds of years. And what's kind of interesting is that now right across the street from where, the bulk of that land was acquired is that sculpture of, that pig flying that airplane, and so, or that helicopter. And so, pigs are flying. And I love that piece of artwork, and I've got that picture right here in my office to remind me that, every now and then when people say things will never happen, when pigs will fly, it reminds me that anything is possible. And so, again, I love that sculpture, and I love that picture, and thanks to folks like Paul Schiller and others, it's hanging in my office.
All right. Let's talk about a couple of leadership changes that have happened in the City of Sioux Falls. We have a new fire chief, Brett Goodroad.
We do, and I'm really, really excited about Division Chief Goodroad, soon to be Chief Goodroad, I hope, with the council's consent. Our fire rescue team is definitely one of the best in the nation. In fact, one of only 35 in the nation that is ISO 1 certified as well as accredited. And so we've got a wonderful fire rescue team. And now under some new leadership, we're going to continue that trajectory to, not only continue that, but also take our fire rescue team to an all new level. And Brad Goodroad will be the person that will help make that happen, and I'm just enthused by it.
And as you mentioned, the advice and consent of the council makes that official, your appointment.
Yes.
And let's talk about council leadership. Rick Kiley is moving into the council leadership position.
I'm very excited about Council Chair Kiley, as well as Council Vice Chair Erickson. Those are two people that I think have got some really strong leadership qualities. They are communicative with me. They are people that I know I can collaborate with to help get things done for the people that we serve. And so, yeah, Councilor Kiley is really going to do a great job, and Councilor Erickson also will help in that effort too. And again, there's some things that we do behind the scenes in the spirit of getting things done for the people that we serve. That's just really, really important. And again, a lot of those conversations are happening right here in the mayor's office. And so, yeah, really, really excited to work with those two.
Ambulance service.
Yes.
Where do we stand on that? That's been a topic of conversation, not only publicly and in the council and among your leadership group.
Well, I think that, again, we've got one of the best ambulance services in the country. And working to respond to these critical calls when someone is in need of help. And again, we went through some incredible due diligence before we selected this ambulance team. We manage them, we hold them accountable, we challenge them at the highest level, and we'll continue to do that as long as they are working with and for the city of Sioux Falls. But there's always going to be scrutiny, whether it be from citizens, whether it be from council leadership or the council, or whether it be from the media. And this is part of the deal when you're going to work in any type of government, city, county, state, federal. And so as that scrutiny comes, you sharpen your saw more, you challenge the status quo, and you evaluate things and how things are happening. And right now, I think that Paramedics Plus has proven its mustard. But guess what? They're always going to have to do even better and deal with the scrutiny and the challenges that come their way. But very, very pleased with what we've got. But we're always going to challenge them to do better too.
Budget time is here. You're working on budgets. The sales tax continues to be kind of a puzzling downward trend, as vibrant as our economy is. Why is that?
Well, I think there's probably three things that are impacting our sales tax revenues. One involves the ag economy. As farmers and ranchers, as small towns and other cities in South Dakota go, or in Iowa or North, as they go, so does Sioux Falls. And right now, that ag economy is certainly not as vibrant as it was a number of years ago. So that's impacting Sioux Falls. We've got a lack of inflation, so that's impacting our ability to collect some taxes. But the biggie, Reed, Sioux Falls, is what's impacted Sioux Falls the most, and that is folks are buying stuff online. And as they buy stuff online, we don't have that ability to collect sales tax revenues like we do in these bricks and mortar establishments here in Sioux Falls. And so as those sales increase 15% year over year over year, that is going to impact our sales tax revenues as well. And that's what's happening. And when you're as reliant on sales tax revenues as we are in Sioux Falls, as we are in South Dakota, you're going to feel that pain. And Tracy Turbach and I, we kind of rang those bells in a pretty vibrant way back in March and April of last year. I don't know if everybody believed it back then, but I'll tell you, you better start believing it now. And that includes everybody. Everybody from citizens to statewide to even our employees. We really have to pay attention to this because it's impacting us not only in 2016, but it's impacting us in a big way in 17. And my gut says that it's going to impact us even more in 18, 19, and 20. So when it comes to budget time and budget crunching, we're really sharpening our saw, sharpening our pencils, and we're really making some tough choices with the help of city directors, city employees, and our finance team.
Looking ahead, as you mentioned now, do you think this is obviously you said it was a long-term threat. Will it concern with the way we do business as a city of Sioux Falls and how we fund things? Is it that momentous of a change in how we get income?
I think so. I do. Until the sales tax collection issue is addressed nationally, not only is South Dakota going to be impacted, and the governor and the legislature, but Sioux Falls, we're going to feel it too. And so I don't think this is going to be a short-term issue. I think it's something that we're going to be dealing with for quite a long time. The good news, Reed, if there is any, is that we are Sioux Falls. We're still adding bricks and mortar retail establishments. We're still growing our sales tax for the most part, but we're going to be better off than other towns in South Dakota, but we're really going to feel it, and we're making cuts. I told the directors to get ready for at least 5% worth of cuts. Now, we're not having to do that just yet, but we're ready. And we've already implemented some of those cuts in 2017, and we're getting ready for a very lean 2018.
Well, we got the first penny that funds operations, the second penny for capital improvements.
Yeah.
You're going to have an address in June later on this month as we tape this program about your capital improvements budget. I would assume there's going to be a great impact on that as well. There
is. I'll give you a little flavor for it, Reed. We've identified and we've incorporated $40 to $50 million in cuts in our 5-year CIP. And when it comes to CIP, we can't spend more than what we've got. We have to live within our means. And on the operating side, we still have to live within our means there too, and meet budget reserve projections of 25%, and we're going to do that. But oh boy, is it tight. And there are things that we've done for years that we're not going to be able to do in the years to come. And again, Sioux Falls, we're going to feel it. South Dakota's going to feel it. States around us are going to feel it. Nebraska, North Dakota, Minnesota, Iowa. But this is real, folks. And but as long as I'm your mayor, we're going to do the tough stuff. We're going to tighten our belts, just like a family would, just like a nonprofit would, just like a church would, and just like small and large businesses do all the time. We're going to do it in Sioux Falls too, and we are. Folks, I know that we want to do stuff, the fun stuff. We all want to do things that we think are important for us. But as I've mentioned before, nothing's free. And because you do have to pay for it. We're gonna make some cuts to make sure that we live within our means. And thanks to the work of Tracy Turback, the city directors, the department heads, the department heads working with our finance team, and yes, that city council that plays an important role too. There's some tough decisions and tough discussions to come.
Quickly before we take a break, road construction season going okay?
Actually, better than we would expect. Weather has been almost perfect for these road repair projects, these projects involving sewer lines and water lines and building projects. It's really going well. And some good news, among some of the challenging news, the bids that we've been getting are actually quite competitive. And so that's great news. That allows us to do more with less. And so if we get some good bids in when it comes to road repair, that allows us to take that money and go do even more road repair, tackle more projects within the city of Sioux Falls. And we're doing that and more.
All right. Mayor and I are going to take a break. We'll come back with more from the mayor's office and Ask the Mayor next. The City of Sioux Falls has a powerful way you can turn this into this. The free sanitary landfill pass can help you get rid of clutter, improve the look of your home, reduce areas that mosquitoes breed in your yard, and help the environment. Load up your stuff, grab your free pass, tarp your load, and bring it to the landfill. It's that easy. Brought to you by the City of Sioux Falls Sanitary Landfill. Welcome back to the Mayor's Office and Ask the Mayor with Mayor Mike Huether. Again, this very historic space, been around since the early 1930s.
Yes.
As you look back on those 8 years, how does this place feel to you? I mean, give us a sense of what it's like to work here. Do you feel the history? Do you feel the others that come before you?
You do. You feel, just the honor of being not only in City Hall, but being in the mayor's office, and how you really do want to serve the citizens well. So many tough decisions have been made by the mayors before me, by the leaders that were in this office. I can only imagine all the debates, the discussion, the dialogue, and yes, the decision making that was done right within the the confines of these four walls. And I'm actually excited about the future too. And maybe Reed, now that we're at it, should mention the fact that the mayor's office is going to stay here. It is. I know we're building the new city administration building. That's going well. Hopefully we'll have that ribbon cutting before I'm done being the mayor. But I think that some people think the mayor's office is moving. And no, it's not. It's going to stay, right here. I don't know who the next mayor is, but I bet they're chomping at the bit to get in here. And I think they're going to love it as much as I did and the mayors before me.
What personal thing do you like to have here? Some people like to have a dorm fridge full of their favorite soda or whatever. Is there some Mayor Huether favorite thing that you can't have without during your workday?
Something that I didn't know that was here, but I found out the first day, and I just love it. We have our own little bathroom here, and it's not much. There's a toilet, there's a sink, there's a little vanity, but it's wonderful, and so yeah, it's very convenient, and it's kind of a cool thing for this boy mayor, and I just love it. But all the other things too, the windows, and I know you can't see them maybe in this shot, but I have the windows open at all times. I just do. And the light that comes in here, people walking by, people waving, people, even, having their dogs go to the restroom here on the City Hall lawn. I see all the things that are going on, and I just love it. I got the Direct Line Prayer Center right across the street. And so they're always praying for me or with me, and it's just kind of a neat place to be. And so, yeah, I just love it.
Tell us about your staff that you have here that work hard for you every day.
Well, the first person you're going to see is Julie Wilson, and Julie is just a super person. She handles, the people first, whether it be on the phone or through the through the emails, or as people are walking in, and she engages them at the highest level, and so I'm just so proud of Julie and all the things that she does. But then also Heather Hitterdahl, she's also working to make sure that we are educating the people of Sioux Falls and yes, all across South Dakota, on all the things that are happening here in city government. And so just they're two just workhorses on the city team, and I'm just blessed to get to engage them every day.
Some good news items. Premier Center nominated again by the American Country Music Association as Venue of the Year.
Isn't that cool? I mean, that's we've only been open 2 years and have been nominated twice for that award, and I like our chances. Last year we didn't win. Nashville won it. To me, that's kind of a
kind of an inside thing.
Kind of an inside deal. But this year, I really like our chances, and we're still doing great things. We've got the 88th busiest event center in the world when it comes to touring events, and certainly country music fans, country music events or touring companies, they love our event center. And so I like our chances. And again, even if we don't win, we're still doing great things, and people all over the country and all over the world are recognizing that.
Is the honeymoon over?
No way. And you can ask that, to Chris Semrau or Terry Torkelson or any of the SMG Ovations team. We still believe we're capable of more, and I think there's some pretty neat announcements that are coming soon to a city near us here in Sioux Falls. And again, we're as busy as we've been coming out of the blocks in 2017, and I love where we're going in the end of 17 and 18 as well.
A couple of blocks away is downtown from here. Phillips Avenue notched another honor, and notification from USA Today.
USA Today, they identified what they consider the top 10 places to shop in terms of streets. And they picked Phillips Avenue, our own Phillips Avenue in downtown Sioux Falls, as one of those top 10 in America. And I'm thrilled by that, because I remember what not only Phillips Avenue was like, but this whole downtown 7-8 years ago. It was not a happening place. It was, I'm not going to say it was dying, but it wasn't pumping in a very fast pace. And now our downtown, that Phillips Avenue, it is so vibrant. It's so fun. So many things happening, whether it be, places to shop, places to eat, places to have a beer or a cup of coffee. Then you throw in things like our sculpture walk, our river greenway, and all this cool stuff for First Friday and all these fun festivals that are happening in our downtown. And just so thrilled to be part of it, and to have USA Today recognize all that and say it's the top 10 street in America for shopping. I love it. I just thrilled by it, and we're not done, because now we're trying to replicate Phillips Avenue right next door to the streets coming next door, and you throw in the Orpheum Theater, the Washington Pavilion, Washington Square, and all these cool things that are happening. I just think we're capable of more, and I bet USA Today, they'll come back and even take another look at our vibrant downtown, and maybe they'll name Maine or Dakota or something like that Street of the Year someday.
Well, summer is finally here. It's been a cool spring again this year. Sump pumps are going to be a concern again, because we're going to get rain. Please don't run your sump pumps into the sanitary
Reed,
sewer
thank
system.
you. We haven't had a big rainstorm yet this year, but my gut says it's going to happen. And folks, I would ask, please, if you've got a sump pump, don't just put it down your drain in your basement or in your downstairs toilet or whatever it would be. Don't do that. First of all, it's not legal. It's against our codes. It's against our ordinances. So don't do it. But we know there's still people who still think that no one's going to catch us. Well, guess what? If you do that and we get a monster rain like we've been getting, 5 during my term as your mayor, you're putting your neighbors at risk. You are. And so why would you do it? So do what everybody else does, and that's run that sump pump out and do the right thing. So no, please don't put your sump pump water in your toilet or in your downstairs drain. It's just not appropriate. It's actually illegal, and you're putting your neighbors at risk.
The other point to remember too is that it's costing the city money because that's water we have to process then through water reclamation.
It's ridiculous. I mean, folks, everybody out there is trying to find a way to find more value for our taxpayer dollar, to try to do more with less. But then again, we've got citizens out there, or taxpayers, that think that it's it's just easier to run that water through our treatment facilities. It's dumb. It doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any business sense. Doesn't make any common sense. And guess what? As a taxpayers, we have to pay for that to have it treated. So again, don't do it. Good job, Reed. Thanks for bringing that to the taxpayers' attention.
Quick pitch for your 4th of July celebration.
It's our 4th of July celebration, but it is my favorite event of the year as your mayor. Please attend. It's the 4th of July. We start with the fun run and walk in the morning there at Falls Park. Come down, you get a free t-shirt and you can wear it with pride. But then we serve just this incredible meal, free. I'm not kidding you, free meal. Thanks to the good stewards that are willing to serve it and pay for it. There's great music by our Sioux Falls Municipal Band, Mogan's Heroes, and just we get to actually celebrate our country, celebrate our independence. And folks, if you're in a bad mood that day, I got a cure for you. It's called the picnic. It's called the fun run. It's called the parade. It's called celebrating our country. If you're in a bad mood or if you're looking for something to do, come on down, because you'll leave that event in just such a wonderful, positive mood. And then you'll see why, and you'll know why it's the Mayor Mike's favorite event of the year.
Well, in closing, we're in the mayor's office,
Yeah.
in a historic space that you've been here in almost 8 years. As you look around, what one thing are you going to miss about this space? Not about being mayor, but about being in this office.
I think the memories that we've created here. This is a very challenging role, and I think that people think that the mayor just does it on his or her own. Nothing could be further from the truth. I mean, read the chair that you're sitting in and the chairs around us. There are so many times when we've had women and men in the arena that were debating at the highest level, that were actually disagreeing maybe at times too. But the thing I'm going to miss the most is that we found common ground, we compromised, we communicated, we debated, we did our due diligence in this office, and then we made a dang decision that we thought was appropriate for the people that we served. And again, those are those things that I'm going to miss the most, is not being in here, part of that discussion, part of that debate, part of that decision making. I'm going to miss that, the most. But you know what? We'll put our trust and our faith and our confidence in the next mayor and the next set of directors or city councilors that are in here. And I know that we'll do good things even after I'm done.
Mayor, thanks for having us.
You're welcome, Reed. Thank you.
We appreciate it very much, and hope you enjoyed your brief look inside the mayor's office on this edition of Ask the Mayor. If you'd like to get in touch with Mayor Huether or this program, or report any concerns that you see around the city of Sioux Falls, it's really easy to do. Just go to our website at siouxfalls.org. On behalf of Mayor Huether, I'm Reed Holson. Thanks again for watching Ask the Mayor.